I'm afraid of people judging my style. And this is really quite common. One of the reasons so many people feel like they need to hide or blend in or wear the same clothes as everybody else is they are worrying about being judged. Now, the reality is we are all making judgments all the time, but most of the time we're actually more focused on ourselves than we are ever focused on somebody else. We don't make as many judgments about other people because we're actually kind of inside ourselves. If you actually spend the time to notice when you're out and about, are you spending all your time judging other people or are you worrying about yourself? And there's more likelihood that you're spending more time worrying about yourself and what you look like than you are making decisions about other people. And so, this is the thing is, it's called the spotlight effect. We assume it's like there's a spotlight on us at all times and everybody else is judging. But in fact, we all feel that the spotlight is on us rather than other people. And there's a bunch of studies that have proved this effect, that people are not judging us like we think they are. Now, of course, there is a bit of judgment that goes on out there because we have to make decisions about people very quickly. And it's a survival instinct. It's friend or foe. Is it like me, not like me? And really, what are you worried about as far as those judgments are going? And all the information you said is I'm worried about people judging me is where are you? And this is where it can be in what part of life are you in? What kind of context you are in, because, there's times in our life, so in the teenage years where the social value is very high, where we're really trying to fit in a way, that can often be a period of time where we are making lots of judgments. It's this, we're trying to figure out who we are and where we fit in the world. And so we're kind of looking outside and making a lot of judgments. Often as we get older, people make fewer judgments. Because we're kind of feeling settled in ourselves. So it can depend where you are, it can depend who you're with. But if you are very different from everybody else you're around, this can be also why you feel like people may be making judgments. And without knowing anything about you, it's very hard for me to give you any particular guidance. But I do want you to remember that spotlight effect is true. We are not under a spotlight. Other people are not noticing. And in fact, most people don't remember. We often worry that you can't wear the same outfit to 2 weddings or whatever it is. And what's quite interesting is most people do not remember what other people were wearing. So, that's one of those things. It's like we often think that other people will notice if we wear the same thing more than one time. Most people are not remembering that. They might just think you look lovely, and that's the judgment they make. And honestly, most people, when you get dressed in a way that is congruent with who you are, that resonates with your appearance, that's in harmony with your coloring and your body and your physicality, you know what? People look at you and they go, she looks great. And they generally don't make a judgment further than that. Most people are not the terrible judgmental people that you may worry about them being. I want you to kind of put some of that fear aside and then figure out what it is. Has maybe somebody said something to you once, or is it just that internal feel? So many people worry about that people will laugh at me. Yet how often have you laughed at somebody else about what they're wearing? It's probably never or incredibly rarely. We generally are not like that. So I think, sometimes it's trying to figure out where that thought has come from and to see if it's really a valid thought or not. And if you're just feeling really unsure about your style, this is where getting that style education helps. And that's why I am here. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.